Hey, everybody, welcome to an all new episode of the Geek Table Talk. Your monthly source for, usually your monthly source for all things geek and nerd culture. I am Anthony Sterling, your friendly neighborhood super Negro and residential geek. And joining me, as always, are my buddies and compadres, Mr. Christopher McNabb and Mr. David Welty. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome.
What
How
it
is it
do?
going?
What's good?
How's it going?
What the
How's it
big
going?
I'm back from Xbox Island.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've been traveling this high seas on Xbox Island.
And playing a lot
Captain
of Red
Phil and
Dead
I.
Redemption 2. So we've seen a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
sheep loving, which is
Yeah,
still questionable.
Well,
Not
Red
me.
Dead gets real, man.
The
Apparently,
thing she's
yeah.
walking on.
Did that sheep have a bow on it?
Yeah,
Oh my
sure
goodness.
is.
All right, Rockstar, you really got to tone it down, like for real. That is so damn weird. But ladies and gentlemen, we do thank you for joining us. Yes, we are a little late. That is much to do on my end. Job is definitely got me working like crazy. Commercials, and promotions. So I have not been able to get
Cue the
any
air horns.
not much
Promotions,
done.
promotions.
Dude, even after my vacation, I had to step back and I was like, I really need a breather from everything. But I am glad y'all were available to join me for this one because it's going to be a fun one. You know, we're getting to the end of the year, so we know what that means. A lot of big award show we're going to be talking about.
Just say it. The
Um,
awards.
some folks who are still fighting, who just can't get over it. Mommy and daddy continue to fight. I don't know why, because I think
Mom and
in
Dad about to
some-
go to war.
yeah, man, this is gonna be like Russia and Ukraine.
Wow. While Granddaddy's just sitting back, like
Not even giving a damn.
not giving a F.
Just releasing a movie with with its
No real
mascot
thing.
with no buns, which more people are more upset that that person does not have ass cheeks than if the movie is actually good or not.
Did he turn out?
But
Yep.
I think it's gonna be some.
That's why
This
I sat
is a
silent for
fun
these, like, OP
year. This
frozen.
has been a fun year, and I think 2023 is gonna get even crazier.
Well,
So I hope it gets better. Let me put it like that. Fingers crossed. But before we really get into it, want to make sure that you hit that subscribe button. It'll only take a second. Leave a blue thumbs up. Why? Because blue thumbs are cool, and you know it. Make sure to usually hit that bell and turn your notifications to on. So when a new episode of Geek Table Talk finally hits YouTube, you'll be notified and you can sit and enjoy. All right. Well, enough of the chit chatter or the jibber jabber, as Mr. T would say. Let's get on into those viewer comments.
I pity the fool who reads them comments.
Because you know who else?
I'm going in blind.
Oh, going in blind. Well, guess what? It's not that bad. Trust me. But you know who else pities reading? Jason. Because Jason is back.
He wants to keep that libido.
Oh, yeah. Keep that libido high and strong.
Gotta keep it up. Gotta keep it strong.
So Jason says, don't have much yet, but no, wait, excuse me. Don't have much yet again, but here we go. I'm a bit upset about a few of the shows leaving HBO Max, but at least I was able to see Dr. Harley Quinzel in all of her greatness, so I'm satisfied with that. I did think that they could have ended the season a little better, though, and I hope it's not the end of the series just yet. As far as I know, Warner Media and Discovery have not said anything about canceling Harley Quinn, so fingers crossed that stays the same way. Along with that, it seems like Titans and Doom Patrol have been given a new lease on life because both shows are getting a fourth season. As a matter of fact, I believe Titans' fourth season has started, and Doom Patrol season starts, I think, in a week or two. So,
Which I'm
So you
surprised
can get your-
just because of the way
Yeah.
all that played out, you know? Like, not that
and-
they were bad shows necessarily or anything, just
right.
with the way the whole shit show went down, you know?
And I think it's really because of now that they're getting James Gunn to be the Kevin Feige of the DCEU. That might be a reason that these shows
Yeah,
are getting are still continuing.
They
But
found their
who's to
mad
say?
lad, I guess.
Exactly. They found the one who can do it. But keep my fingers crossed because somewhere down the line, DC DC has great characters and great stories, and they should get the same treatment as Marvel and get the same respect. So, continuing, he says, as far as as far as my concern for Sony, they can keep they can keep getting bitch slapped just like Morgan Freeman did the lady in Superman. Wait, when did Morgan Freeman bitch slap a lady in Superman? Oh, okay, Jason.
Movie or cartoon?
No, nowhere near. I know what Jason's talking about. There's a movie called Street Smart with Morgan Freeman and Christopher Reeve, where Morgan Freeman plays a pimp known as Faz Black. And there's a moment where one of his ladies back talk him, and I'm telling you, look, I'm not a person who recommend or condone hitting on a woman, but the way he slapped that bitch is a work of art because he doesn't break stride in his conversation, right? So he's talking, he's going off on Christopher Reeve. The girl's like, "What the man?" And then you just see the hand go, and he's still talking.
Bam!
And it was so powerful. It made her step back and almost faint. Look, just go find Faz Black on YouTube. Trust me, you'll be a happy camper. Just don't do what Faz Black did to that poor white woman. That'll definitely get the cops on your ass. Let's continue. I digress. The prices and the lies about games I can get through. The Plus membership is too annoying to deal with to the point I don't even turn on the console anymore. Damn. And I think Jason has a PS4, I believe. Y'all know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of in the same boat. The only reason my PS5 is on is because I'm playing Disappointing Sun Simulator 2.
Hey, is it true it costs you $2 to turn it on?
Oh, damn. I was about to say, oh shit. I owe Sony a good bit of money because
That's the next step.
Right, bro.
Oh man, I'm gonna be like, hey,
Bring back the arcade machine.
I will treat Sony like I treat my student loans. You gonna get it when I got it, and
$2 though. That's like, heck, that's the arcade at like a Chuck E. Cheese or something. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played Pac-Man for $2.50. Really? You got robbed.
Showbiz pizza. Gee.
All right, and Jason is letting us know, hey, here's what I'm watching. She-Hulk, School of the Elite, Assassination Classroom, yet again. Skate Infinity, Prince of Tennis. Let's see, what else is this? Oh, okay. Excuse me. Prince of Tennis U17 World Cup. Dude, oh, look. Once again, Japanese with these titles.
Who's the Prince of Tennis?
I don't know. It's not Serena Williams because that would be.
Is that based on a real person?
Dude, this is a show I've never seen nor heard of. The Irregular at Magic High, the new Bleach episodes, and finally got around to watching Thor: Love and Thunder. Could have been way, 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 way better, but I actually enjoyed it. To say it was a borderline flop fest. Wow. Okay. Great review for Thor: Love and Thunder. It's on Disney Plus. Watch it now. Here's what he's playing. Not much because of work, but I've been playing Train Sim World 3. Finally got around Fallout 76. Now's as good a time as ever because Fallout 76 is going through a lot of changes, and I hear it's pretty damn fun to play. Trying to play Sea of Thieves, but it's never fun alone. And finally, SnowRunner again, this time on PC where it's more fun. And get ready, y'all. He's going to let us know what he's reading. What am I reading? The other comments, which is more than enough, so be glad with that little nugget of witchcraft I let into my life. All right, Jason, thank you so much. Man, the shows you're watching, if I get into it, I know that's going to be a rabbit hole I can never climb out of. But please continue to enjoy and letting us know what you're watching and what you're playing. Let's move on. The world champ is back. Ladies and gentlemen, coming from that mountain on high, Eclectic Blurred is back in the building. Respected, never neglected. Blurred says, hey, y'all, back for another one. So let's get to it. Why does that sound like a video game show from the 90s? Let's get to it. Number one. So are the fans called the no-namers? Let's go with it. Should we call them the no-namers? I'm okay with that.
The show with no
The show
name.
with no name, because that's the name of the channel.
They
So yeah,
coming
the
at you.
no-namers. All right. That's what you guys are now called, the no-namers. Thank you, Eclectic Blur, trademark, copyright, and we hope to give you a cut of the benefits, if they are any. Number 2, I feel bad about all the cancellations at Warner Brothers, but something had to happen to facilitate the purchase. 100% true. The only thing that sucks is a lot of the cancellations are some really good shows, sans a lot of the CW stuff. But there were a lot of good shows that were getting clipped, neutered, and just completely taken out of the time stream. The only thing I'm a little upset about is Discovery wanting to do more reality based shows. They are actually, and this is true. I think we talked about it in last episode, where they are going to create the 90-day universe, which is, dear God, I don't know why. So all your 90-day fiancés, 90 days lockup, who knows what the hell?
90-day
If it,
fiance, 90-day drug lord, 90-day
yeah,
addict, 90-day whatever.
Drug lord.
90
You have
days,
90 days to become the king of Miami. How you gonna do it?
life after
So Grand
90.
Theft Auto stuff.
Yeah, whatever has 90 in the title, Discovery is trying really hard to, pretty much reap the benefits from it. But like I said, hopefully things will be changing within the coming years. But Blurred is right. They have to facilitate that purchase, and a lot of fat is being trimmed at Warner Media. Number 3, let's see. I always thought HBO Max was a mid streaming service. Can't wait for all the content to combine, though. Now, that I agree. I don't know how much combining we're going to get with HBO Max. As I've seen already, a lot of the CNN stuff is starting to show up on HBO Max. Anytime they have their documentary series like the 80s, the 90s, I think they just did one on the Queen. I believe that's on HBO Max. Um, I think we're gonna see a good bit. I don't want to see none of the Discovery shit on there, because when I go to HBO Max, I don't want to see the 90-day universe. I really don't. I hope,
Yeah.
with the profiles, you can say, I don't want to see none of this. I don't want to see none of this. I just want to concentrate on this. So we'll see. We shall see. Number 4, here's the shocker. All right, get ready, y'all. 2 fingers, one. Let me stop. Um,
Yeah.
I'm actually considering buying or asking for a Nintendo Switch for Christmas, and the first game possibly is the Harry Potter Hogwarts game. Blurred, I'm gonna say this: congratulations if you do get one. The Switch is a very good system, very strong system. Dated as
Who
hell.
refuses to lower their price?
Yeah, I mean, $300. Well, $350 if you buy the OLED.
5 years old.
5-year-old console. Let it go. But once again, out of all the consoles that are out, it is the cheapest. It's the same price
And it sells.
and it
So why
sells.
lower?
Exactly. So why should Nintendo? Here's the thing. At least Nintendo is not upping the price like another video game company, and they aren't upping the
true.
prices on their games like another video game company. Now
Who are we talking about?
I mean,
What's going on?
Is that the same one?
Yeah, could this be the same company? What's
I
what?
mean, I think it's one and the same,
Two-
but
two things at once?
here's some news. We're breaking it first right here on Geek Table Talk. There has been a patent that has been put out in the wild. Now, once again, rumor that Nintendo is working on a new system, and the patent is out there to see it. So I don't think it's going to be Switch 2. I think now they are really looking to go into a much more powerful handheld system now that Stream has the Stream Deck out, and a lot of folks are starting to praise that system. Um, Nintendo knows now they're going to have to compete, but Nintendo can also sit back, chill in the cut, and be like, look, all we got to do is put the little fat plumber and our little elven guy with the sword, and folks are going to come running. And it's true, because I will definitely show up for the next Nintendo system. I mean, the Switch has not led me wrong. I still love it. I'm not playing it right now. It's a little dusty. Blame disappointing Sun Simulator 2. But I mean, it's a great system. So Blurred, if you do get a system, I recommend, yeah, that's a great recommendation from me. The Nintendo Switch is the way to go, sir. I would go for it. Now the Harry Potter Hogwarts game, I thought that was a PlayStation exclusive.
No, it's coming to
No.
everything.
Oh, it's on everything. All right.
Coming
Haha.
to
Screw you, Sony.
everything.
All right. When
The,
Guardian
the
Leviosa.
gameplay looks like it looks really good.
Yeah.
I mean, they put a lot of attention to it.
Well, oh, you know what I think it is? Sony has exclusives to like DLC and things like that because they have been pushing that Hogwarts game
Yes,
crazy.
I think it's one of those things.
What?
Yeah.
I thought they were anti-exclusive.
No. Where have you heard this?
What?
What?
Nani?
Nani? I'm sorry, man. No. I call foul, sir. No. Sony and exclusives.
Oh, they can have exclusives.
Right.
Okay, I get it.
Right.
All right, I got
Exactly.
it. I get it.
Final
Now.
Fantasy VII remake. But definitely, if you're gonna go for that Harry Potter game, the Switch might be the best one for you to get it on, and hope you enjoy it. Please, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm gonna ask the gaming gods, get Blurred a gaming system and let that gaming system be the Nintendo Switch. I will say this, Blurred. I don't know if you want to hook it up to your TV. If you don't want to hook it up to your TV and you just want, portable gaming, it's better to go with the Nintendo Switch Lite. And you play wherever, do whatever, same system. The Joy Cons don't come off because it's all in one. It's all fused together. But if you do want to, connect it to your television, I'll be honest with you, go with the OLED because that's the one Nintendo's really trying to push. It's $50 more than the regular Switch, and I think a lot of stores are starting to pull away from selling the regular Switch. They are trying to push more the OLED. So definitely, if you want to play at home and on your TV and do portable, go with the OLED version. Trust me, you will not be dissuaded. You won't be disappointed either. So we're gonna continue with number 5. He's letting us know what am I reading? All right. The Hanna-Barbera DC run from a few years ago. Future Quest, Flintstones, and Scooby Apocalypse. Now, I will give you props for all 3 of those because that Future Quest comic is pretty badass. They did a really good job with that. And the Flintstones one too. I never read the Scooby Apocalypse, but much props to that. Awesome reading. And he ends it off, well, with number 6. What am I watching? The Quantum Leap reboot, restarting my anime journey. So, OG Naruto, hope you got your tissue. Spy Family, and One Piece on Hulu. Queens of Mystery on Acorn. Oh my goodness, I need to check that out. I am a British mystery slut, so I need to get an Acorn TV account so I can watch that. Also, Woo Crumpets and Mystery, one for all. Let's see, Woo Assassins, Yaksha Ruthless Operations. Okay, never heard of that. I'm gonna have to check that out. RRR. I guess it's relax, relate, release. I hope that's what it means.
Recycle, reuse, replace.
And last but not least, go. And he's also watching The Stranger on Netflix. I have yet to watch that, but I hear good things about it. Until next time, the commenting no-namer himself, Eclectic Blurred. Thank you. No-namers unite into one
Rise
big
up.
no-name. Thank y'all so much, man. Every time we read these comments, it brings us joy. It brings smiles on our faces. It also lets us know people are watching. So, yay. So, if you want us to read your comment, all you got to do is put it at the bottom. Put it in the comments below the video you're watching. So, we'd love to hear from you because we will read them on the next episode. All right. With all of that being said and done, let us move into the big daddy of it all, the actual Geek Table Talk itself, the round table discussion. And ladies and gentlemen, are you playing music? Are you tapping music for us,
No.
Dave? Is that some
No, I was just
you was just tapping
jiving
along,
here. Yeah,
but it's coming
Jesus.
through like your groove is grooving through the microphone.
Dang.
I don't know. I think you was buck jumping like you were in a second line in New Orleans there, sir.
I'll say, that's what we do.
No, it's all good. Well, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, at the end of every year, we get the game awards. And Jeff Keighley comes down from his what would we call it? His penthouse in Gamerland to let us know what high price games will we be voting for game of the year, as well as
Hey guys,
other
trailer.
categories.
Oh, trailer. Wow.
A Game Awards exclusive.
Game
World
Awards
premiere
exclusive trailer.
Trailers. I guess I'm seriously think we are not going to have an indie game win the game of the year this year. I don't think so.
Better not. I mean,
I
Yeah, I
do
was
not
just-
think so, man.
what would be the top indie game right now? That's listed.
Stray.
What's, yeah.
Stray would be the
What's the
game.
nominees again?
Those
your game of
nominees
the years. We have
are
games of the year are A Plague Tale, Requiem,
Yeah.
Elden Ring, God of
Yes.
War, Disappointing Sun Simulator 2, Horizon, Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yep. Now I'm gonna be honest with you.
Elden Ring.
I
should
think
win.
Yeah,
Elden
let's say,
Ring is
look.
gonna take it because there's just way too many people like praising that game.
They like to shock people though.
True, but I don't think God. Look, as much as Ragnarok is beautiful and amazing and fun to play, I think the pacing of God of War Ragnarok is a lot better than God of War from 2018. I think Elden Ring's gonna get it. My shocker though, well, no, that's Spider-Man. Shocker.
Whoa.
My shocker here is going to, I have two games that could shock us all. Stray and A Plague's Tale. Those are the two games that if they win, I'd be like, okay, this thing is either rigged or the developers of one of those games families
Jeff,
is huge enough.
Jeff,
Here
here it is.
Hey, I can see the Plague Tale. It's a really pretty
Oh
game. And
yeah.
it stresses me the hell out trying to play that game because it's
Mhm.
constantly like being chased.
Yeah. But and it's very I finally like really sat down and played Innocence, which was the re-release of the first one that came out for like Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 and
Mhm.
things like that. It's very Metroid. It's very,
I never played
backtracking.
that one.
You do a lot of backtracking for that game. But when you get those level ups and those power ups, man, it kicks ass. Like, go rats, attack these trashy people. I feel like a rat king.
This new one reminds me of like a Hellblade
Oh, okay.
a little bit.
See, I need to play that one. And it's on Game Pass, ladies and gentlemen. A game service that you don't
Yeah.
have to go through hell or high water or pay $70 for.
Look, regardless of any of this, Elden Ring all the way. Here we go.
Elden Ring.
Yeah.
And if
I agree.
God of War wins, I wouldn't be disappointed nor mad. But if Elden Ring doesn't win, I would be shocked. Because I think the game of the year, I think the fans vote on, correct? We get a chance to vote on this, or is
Yeah,
it
I mean,
just
you can go on the site and vote for everything.
Yeah. Well, do you vote for the nominees or do you vote for the winner?
No, you vote for the
Like,
nominee. No, you vote for the winner.
to like nominate games.
No, you vote for the
Oh, you
winner.
vote
I
for
think
both.
the only
Okay.
thing that there's a nomination for is sort of like a viewer's choice, and then I could be wrong on that.
I could see them having like a game of the year
Yeah,
and then player's choice.
yeah. I don't.
Like two separate categories.
I don't participate in all of the voting stuff like I used to, and I used to really enjoy that. But
Yeah, I say I've glanced over everything a few times,
Mm-hmm.
but did I actually vote? No, I thought about it, but then it's like, oh man, you got to sign in. I'm like, oh,
yeah, not my
I'm too
thing.
lazy for that. Sorry.
Yeah, and I'm already like pre-signed in already, but I'm not going through all of that. I'm gonna just watch your award show, give you the
I
credit.
guess I just want to enjoy and see. It's like, yeah, we'll see what goes down, mainly for all the
Yeah.
trailers and all that stuff.
True,
know.
and I
These
from what
awards
I
are
was
pretty
reading-
meaningless, but I want to see all the trailers and whatever.
Well, the good thing about this year, supposedly, is it's going to be much shorter than last year, due to
Yeah, thank God,
viewer
because
feedback.
no offense, like
That
that
was way
was
too long.
like I remember
Way
messing
too
you
long
guys
last
the
year.
whole time through. It's like, oh, another trailer.
The only thing I enjoyed it. The production value was pretty cool. I personally think Jeff Keighley should step down as host. I think you need to bring in hell. Go find Joel McHale. You don't. It's something about Jeff Keighley. Like Jeff Keighley's a great journalist. Like he knows the industry. And I give him all the props. But I could only take Jeff Keighley for 30 minutes. Like if it was the old school, game trailers TV, or if it was when he used to show up once in a blue moon on X Play or on the Electric Playground, enjoy. Anything longer than that, it's like, dude, I need you
Or
to
maybe
step
go to
away.
one of
It's
those.
a little
I
stale.
say maybe
Yeah,
go to one of
Yeah.
those formats where he's still the host and whatnot. He does his
right.
main monologue, but then everything else is kind of other players.
Yeah, other folks, get them in there. Um, but hey, if it's shorter this year, hopefully shorter means better. That's all I'm looking for.
But
Just give.
now speaking of the Game Awards, we have our bet my best game is locked in, all that, whatever. But cool thing going on with
Oh
Valve for
yeah.
this. If you
That,
sign up through Steam and
uh-huh.
stream this on their streaming site that everyone forgot about, that I forgot even existed,
Mm-hmm.
Steam.tv,
Uh-huh.
every minute they're giving away a Steam Deck for the whole thing.
What kind is
So
it the
each
bigger
minute
Steam
a
Deck or is
Steam
it the
Deck.
little, the smaller
No,
hard drive Steam Deck?
no
Don't care,
idea,
it's a Steam
but
Deck.
yeah, I'd say you get they're giving away one a minute. So
Okay.
who knows? Maybe maybe
I
someone
will
get
watch.
lucky,
I
like your
look.
boy here.
I'll watch it on my regular TV and have Steam TV on
Yeah,
my
have the other
computer.
one on there. There you go.
Yeah. And I'm not talking like I'm rich. I'm broke. I'm a broke blurred. Don't get me wrong, but I do have a computer and a TV. Um, so that's actually pretty cool.
My game is MIA,
Which
unfortunately.
one? Sea of Thieves? Oh,
Starfield.
Starfield. Oh, hey, buddy.
Oh, but don't worry, Jeff's gonna come at you with a
Next year.
trailer.
Next year.
You're gonna get a trailer.
Yeah, maybe.
Rumor is that it may be a gameplay trailer showing at the Game Awards. Because let's keep in mind, Microsoft and Jeff Keighley are good friends. Well, let's put like Xbox with Phil Spencer and Jeff Keighley. They do work a lot together for a lot of premieres and things. So keep in mind, we did get the first glimpse of the Xbox Series X at the 2019 Game Awards.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think
it
you're
was
right. Yeah.
2019. The end of
Yeah.
2019, they showed off the Xbox Series X for the first time in a trailer.
And nobody's expecting
No
it.
one expected it. It was like the Spanish Inquisition. That
I
shit
know there'll
came
be
out of nowhere.
a few quote surprises, but we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. And
Overall, it's a pretty whatever show. I dig
Yeah.
the trailers, whatever. I don't.
Drop that Fable 3, man.
Fable 4. Is it Fable 4? Shouldn't it be 4?
Fable 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fable 4.
No one
Well,
remembers what
I
it is
think
anymore.
one thing
Or Avowed.
I'm hoping I'd like to see something from Obsidian with Avowed. Fable 4. I would love to see Gear 6. I finished all the Gears again. I played 1 through 3 and 4 and 5, and my goodness, I am fiending for some Gears. Let's come on, Collision. Get your ass in
Chainsaw
gear.
gun.
Haha, no pun intended.
I feel like they're gonna do an anniversary edition like they did
Oh
Halo
yeah.
before they came out with 6.
Oh yeah. Because you got 5 games already. You have 5 in the well, no, let me not lie. You have 6 games because you have the numbered games 1 through 5, and you have Gears of War Judgment. So yeah, you
Oh, yeah,
have
I forgot
enough
about
content
Judgment.
to make. Judgment was really good. That was the first game the Coalition worked on.
Yeah, I just kind of forgot that came out. Jeez.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that I think you're right, and it would be dope if it came in a locust head. Kind of like the Halo, what was it? Halo 3. You remember Halo 3's like super collection edition had the Master Chief helmet? Put the games in a either that or maybe a Lancer with a chainsaw. Who knows? But it's about time for some Gear 6. Because Gears 5 came out what at the end of the Xbox One run, I think.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a minute.
19, 18,
Yeah,
19.
it's been a while. So yeah, it's time, man. Like I really would like to see where this story, how this story ends. I also want to see some Perfect Dark. That would
Oh
be
yeah.
great to show, like a surprise showing. So we'll see, man.
Look,
But I
guys,
think
it still exists.
we're still working. There's
Yeah,
games.
things are
Um,
happening.
hell, like 343 Studios to do a trailer apologizing for the shit that is Halo Infinite. And I see they're starting to work on some things to make the game better, improve on a lot of things. I think Forge is out. I think that's out and about, or it's still in beta.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
it's
know.
Not
out, but I
sure. I'm
haven't
still waiting for.
played in a
Okay.
good while, to
I'm
be
still waiting for
honest.
co-op campaign.
Yeah. Well, I think that's something they're actually working on. I think they finally just admitted that, yo, we suck for not having it, done and ready. So the last update on their Twitter was, we're working on it. And folks are like, that should have been done. But hey,
Yeah,
I
2 years
yeah,
later.
I can't, I can't fight with developers, man, because that's hard. Developing a game is hard.
To be
You know.
to be honest, this is like Microsoft's perfect opportunity to drop all kind of
Oh
trailers
yeah.
to try to sell their console for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, this is what we got coming next year because they have nothing else to show
No.
for the rest of the year. So they got to hype up next year
Oh yeah.
before Christmas.
And it's all coming to Game Pass day and
Look at
date.
all this stuff, boys. Game Pass.
Bang,
Explosions
bang, bang,
everywhere.
bang. We doing it.
Air horns.
So yeah, man.
Yeah.
I seriously think before we move on, the last thing I would, let's not even go through all the nominations because we know
There's too
who
many,
is going
man.
to
I'm
be.
looking at this
It's too
list. I'm like,
many.
man, there's a lot. All I know is,
But
look, main one, game of the year, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, game over. I think Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok are probably going to win the most awards.
Yeah,
I
I
think
agree with
Elden
you
Ring
there.
is going to win that one more, which would be that game of the year, and beat God of War. So I think Elden Ring is going to win the most. Second, God of War Ragnarok. That's just my observation. Call of Duty is Warzone or any of the Call of Duties like Vanguard in for first person shooter.
Let's see.
Maybe
Well,
best arena battle or something.
multiplayer, you
Yeah.
have Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think
So,
the
you got your
indies,
COD somewhere in there.
right. I think the indies are gonna get those awards. I think we're gonna get some really cool indie trailers and a few little shocking moments of, oh man, I can't believe they actually won. But I think this is Elden Ring's year. And
Oh,
if
yeah.
not, Ragnarok got it. Those are the two games I'll just put no money on because I ain't giving them no damn money. I already gave my money. But I do believe those will be the ones that will pretty much sweep in the categories that they're nominated in. And I could be wrong. I'd like to be wrong, but I'm just going with a sure thing this time.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we shall see. All right, moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Have y'all been to the movies lately? Are you going to the movies lately? Are you just going to the movies?
Wakanda forever.
I mean, you'll
I
never
say
know.
that was the last,
That was the last big one. But the movie industry is saying, hold on, wait a minute. We got some trailers to put in it because we got a plethora of trailers, but we ain't talking about all the trailers that kicked in because two of them caught my interest, and I definitely want to talk about those. I think this week that has just passed, since we're recording on a Sunday, I do believe CCXP is still going on in Brazil, which is their comic convention. Marvel every year goes balls to the wall for them because that is a big market for them with their movies. And they released a new Quantum Mania trailer, which was more of a legacy trailer that just showed, what's been up with our good friend Scott Lang, aka Spider-Man. Nope, nobody believes it. Okay.
Gang.
Better known as Ant-Man, has been up to, from his humble beginnings up till now, where he's got to go and fight Big Daddy Kang. And I'll be damned. That was a great little last 30 seconds of that Legacy trailer
Give me that
where,
man. The look.
oh, no, I love when he does, because the way they did it, because the first trailer they did for Quantum Mania, it was, so what is your decision, Ant-Man? But
Yep.
this little trailer, that last 30 seconds when he's just telling him, you are out of your depth, Ant-Man. I'm like,
Yeah.
I am scared of Kang. I'm look, Thanos to me was the best Marvel villain next to the superheroes in the MCU, because they are all villains in their own right. You gotta love them though, because they F up and they try to fix their F ups. But Kang, dude, props to Jonathan Majors, because the way he, just that one little scene, how stoic he was, how just, bruh, you don't want me. You don't want this.
Yeah,
I've killed
you don't want
thousands
this,
of you.
I've done this a few times.
Yeah, you're not built for this, Scott. Don't play me. It's like he is very, very scary. And I hope we get to see multiple Kangs in Quantum Mania, and then once we get to the Avengers films, man. I cannot wait. This actually, Phase 4 has been, it's had its problems. It's been a little bland, it's been a little dry. There were some nuggets of gold, Loki, WandaVision. I still say Falcon Winter Soldier was an amazing show. Um, but hey, you win some, you lose some. You just hope you win more. And I think Marvel is going to do it. But what did y'all see the Legacy trailer?
I did.
The Ant-Man trailer? Okay.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
Quantum
man.
Mania.
I like when they do those legacy and they give me. It's like, oh, look at our boy since
Yeah. He just
all the
looks so
time
happy.
that's passed, and you get that like the refresh, kind of like it's like a small refresher and everything
Right.
too.
You didn't watch my first movie? No, my second movie? It's okay. Here's a little. Here's
here's the short legacy. This is what went down, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
What I would have loved is that the trailer would have started previously on Ant-Man, and then
previously on Spider-Man. Ant-Man.
No. Oh man, but I think now that we know who the big bad is, I think now fans will get back into the crux of it all. Hopefully the excitement is building up again, fingers crossed. Because what folks aren't understanding, Kang is way worse than Thanos, way worse. As a matter of fact, Kang's killed Thanos numerous times, kids. Pick up a comic, it's happened. There's one issue where he is holding Thanos' skull, and I'm just sitting there going, God damn, Kang, come on, babe, stop. You're doing too much. But you gotta love him. He is a conqueror. He lives up to his name. So I think Ant-Man's gonna be awesome. But
I feel like the first few movies and series were like setting up the chessboard.
Yeah.
Now it's time to start moving the pieces.
Yeah. Especially with Loki. I think Loki was the biggest that really set everything up for what we're getting, because we did get, a Kang variant, He Who Remains, which once again, Jonathan Majors, props to him in the way he acted, in the way he pulled the character off. So I think phase 5 and 6 is gonna just change it all. Like, I really think we're getting back to the big, Marvel run. Like, hey, this is what it all leads to. But I do like the fact none of the not every phase ends with an Avengers film. I actually like that. Let the separate characters have their moments, and then when the shit hits the fan, calling all cars, bam, we get the Avengers. And we get
I feel like
Noah's Flash. We need a hero.
I feel like they're treating the phases like trilogies.
Mhm.
Like the one phase they're doing like the first episode of a trilogy, like it's the setup.
Yeah.
The second phase is going to be like kind of like put them in a bad situation, and the third one's going to be the cleanup.
Yep. So basically, phase 4 is our new hope, which there really wasn't
Right.
hope.
Sets up everything.
Sets up everything.
Yeah.
Phase 5, oh man, phase 5 is definitely going to be Empire Strikes Back, and then we got phase 6, which will be our Return of the Jedi, where, the good guys are going to
Right.
prevail. But I think it's going to cost. I think we're going to get some major bye-byes in Secret Wars, because that's going to be the end of, the multiverse saga. So we shall see, man. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But the two, I know Ant-Man was not even one of the two trailers we were going to discuss. I just wanted to bring that up. But let's finish with Marvel, because
Mhm.
every time DC comes up with a news story, James Gunn is doing this. James Gunn is going to DC. James Gunn is going to take care. Marvel sits there and just goes, "Wait, baby, wait. Hey, you DC nuts, don't get too happy yet. James is still under our contract, so we gonna finish using him." Not only did we get a holiday special, which was enjoyable, we also got treated to the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 trailer. Holy, uh, I don't want to curse too much because YouTube is gonna ban our videos. Um, that trailer was awesome. That was an awesome trailer. I really enjoyed it. I We finally get to see Adam Warlock. We get a little bit of the High Evolutionary. We get tearful with a little rocket, little baby rocket. And
little tiny rocket, man.
yeah, hey,
Get some
let's
shots
fly
of
one last
Cosmo
time.
and the other boys.
I'm
Yeah,
done running.
I'm done running. Look, oh man, I think the theater is gonna be filled with geek tears for this.
I watch Struggle Nation.
Mhm.
Check them out if you guys haven't heard
Oh,
them. But
love 'em.
I think they put it perfectly. I think the holiday special is supposed to be like, kind of cheerful, kind of saying like I'm sorry for what's about to come,
Yeah,
because I think the movie's going to be very melancholic.
yeah. Everybody, are you happy? Great, because we're fucking your life up. Come May 2023, bring your tissues. And I don't want to diss Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Oh, you thought you cried for this? Oh, be prepared. Be prepared. There'll be people like seriously saying they can't move on, because I'm hoping of what I'm thinking is gonna happen doesn't happen. Rocket dying, because I would like to see the character a lot more in the MCU. You don't need another Guardians film. You could bring them back into other movies like guest starring. But as usual, if characters got to go, characters got to go. And if I think the way they're gonna end Phase 6, we're gonna get the major MCU reboot, so those characters can always come back. No one ever dies. No one truly dies. T'Challa told us that. So we'll see where that goes. But I thought that trailer was amazing. I loved it, man. They had the
Yeah,
old
there's a lot of
Guardians
stuff
outfits
going on.
on, dude. I the goosebumps are popping. I cannot wait for May. We got Ant-Man in March, Guardians in May, and whatever flies on. I think the Marvels is gonna be a summer film, I believe, because we're supposed to get, I think, 3 or 4 major Marvel films,
Yeah, I
MCU
can't
films,
remember what else besides
2023.
Ant-Man and Guardians at the moment. But I
Yeah,
know there's, yeah, like you said, at least one or two more.
yeah, because I know the Marvels is next year. I know the Marvels is next year. So, oh,
What about the
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbirds? Yeah,
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts, not Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds was a British marionette show, sir. It's Super Marionation. Thunderbirds are go. That's next year. So yeah, we get the Marvels next year. We get Ant-Man, Guardians, and Thunderbolts. I think we get all of those next
Or
year.
that could be it. Maybe Thunderbolts is the next year. I can't remember offhand though.
Yeah, because we're in phase 4, which ended with Wakanda Forever, or if you want to be really nitpicky, with the Guardians holiday special. Um, Then next year is Phase 5. So Phase 5 is gonna last a whole year, and then Phase 6 is where we get, I do believe, Fantastic Four and the two Avengers films. So yeah, it's gonna be wow, you know. So that's gonna be pretty damn cool. I cannot
And the new
wait.
Captain America,
New
right?
Captain America, yeah, New World Order, which I think is 2024. I think they have now. I think they moved it to Phase 6
Yeah, I
instead of
think
Phase 5.
2025 slash early 2020 or late 2024 is your
Okay.
phase 6 with I think the Fantastic Four and then Kang
Hmm.
Dynasty and all that.
Right, because we're gonna get another like Infinity War Endgame kind of thing where um Kang Dynasty is gonna be 2024, and then whatchamacallit is gonna be 2025.
Yeah, Secret Wars and all that.
Secret Wars. So yeah, I think we're gonna get it. I think that's how it's all set up now. And then we have the shows in between: Daredevil, Born Again, um, second season of
Secret
Loki,
Invasion, all that. Yeah,
Secret
Loki.
Invasion, which looks amazing. I can't wait to watch that. Um,
The boy is back.
Big Boo
Samuel L.
Nick.
Jackson.
Nick
Nick
is back,
Fury.
baby. What else do we have? There's a lot of stuff coming from Marvel. There's just so much stuff.
Yeah, without it having
Yeah.
pulled up in front of me, I'm like, there's a lot.
Yeah. But I will say this
My
though.
question is how they're going to incorporate like the TV and the movies, like for the Avengers. Like, is Moon Knight going to pop up in the Avengers, or how, like stuff like that? Or are they going to keep it strictly TV?
Um,
Like, are we going to see Loki again in the movies?
I think you know what? I would not be surprised because they're already talking about Thor has one movie left. So
Yeah,
I would
I
not be
mean Wanda.
surprised to see
Wanda was in a series and a
in a
movie.
movie. Who
Yeah, and I
else?
mean Loki's met Kang and all that.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah, I would not be surprised where in King Dynasty or in Secret Wars, Loki makes his appearance.
I
And
guess
he's
they will just freely do it
yeah,
because the Marvels too. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Carol was in Ms. Marvel, and she's gonna be in the Marvels. So yeah, I mean they go back and forth. Um,
it's just characters introduced in the series. I was just wondering, like Moon Knight,
yeah.
like is he going to show up in the movies?
Mhm. Well, they introduced Ms. Marvel in the show, and she's gonna be in the movie. So I would not be surprised if we
Probably.
don't see Moon Knight. You know, one thing I remember I had said a while back, this was before Geek Table Talk, was when Netflix had their Marvel shows and we were getting close to Infinity War and Endgame. I kept saying, wouldn't that be the best combination to see Coulson come back with the Agents of Shield,
Yeah,
Luke Cage and Jessica
the
Jones, and
Defenders.
yeah, you
Yeah,
get the Defenders to show up in the final battle. It would be like this big thing because they kept saying we're gonna have over 70 superheroes on the screen at one
yeah,
time. And I was like, oh, that would be sweet. But then most of that were the Wakandan warriors and sorcerers. Take it how you want. And I'm like, okay, cool. No problem. I'm okay with that. But we may see Daredevil in King Dynasty and Secret Wars. I hope. I would like to see it.
yeah.
So
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk,
Time will
I'd like to see.
tell.
Time will tell. Because we all know that Kevin, K.E.V.I. He's working on that new algorithm. So we'll see where it goes. But moving on, let's go ahead and move on. The final trailer we talk about. This is Chris's Avenue. This is what he loves the most. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, sir. We are talking about the
So maybe
robots
at
who
some
are
moment.
in disguise and more than meets the eye. Transformers dropped a new trailer for Rise of the Beast. We are getting not only the classic G1 Transformers, but we are also getting the Beast machines, the
Beast
Maximals,
Wars.
Predacons, and Terracons. They're all
Optimus
coming through.
Primal.
I actually want to hear somebody say Beast Wars something. Just give me that late 90s growl. Beast Wars.
a cameo, a random cameo. Look, it's Beast Wars.
I'm not gonna lie, this trailer looks really damn good. I'm somewhat excited for this. I have not been excited for a Transformers movie since the first one. Since the
Yeah,
first one.
I say they've been something,
Yeah.
along the way.
I'll explain it like this: the first Michael Bay movie,
Hmm.
I ate it up,
Yeah.
and then the next ones came out, and it kind of spoiled in my mouth a little bit,
Ooh.
and I was like, had it leave me with a bad taste.
Right.
And then Bumblebee came out and kind
Hmm.
of cleansed my palate a
Yeah.
little bit. And
Bumblebee
now
was
I'm just
fun.
kind of skeptical about this one. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to take another bite of that. You
Well,
know?
yeah. Well, I think if they keep in the spirit of what we saw in Bumblebee, because this one takes place in the 1990s, Prime is in his old G1 look, you know. I kept asking if that was Jazz, but y'all said that's
G1
Mirage.
baby, Mirage, RC.
Oh, RC. We get RC in
Yeah.
this, and she looks like RC.
Or C.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know,
Not
she
a
looks
unicycle.
yeah, she looks dope as hell, like straight out of Transformers the movie. Um, I think they have a hit on their hands. I think this is the way to go with the Transformers franchise now. You know, Michael Bay did a wonderful thing with Steven Spielberg in the first one. You know, because a lot of folks were saying Transformers may not work. I don't think it's gonna work, and then it works. And then I think it was what he did four, Transformers two,
Yeah.
4. Okay, so
No, wait. Five. He did
5.
five.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 was what, the last night?
Yeah. Because it was 3 with Shia LaBeouf
Uh-huh.
and then 2 with Mark
Mark
Wahlberg.
Wahlberg. Oh yeah. Oh god. Transformers. Um so I think it's I'm actually happy he stepped down. And plus Hasbro had a lot to do with that. Like, okay, look, declining
You're done.
sales, buddy. Thanks, but we got to let you go. Um I'm liking it. I like the way Optimus Primal looks, the gorilla version. I think
Yeah,
he
I say
looks
the
dope as
primes look
hell, man.
cool. And the
Yeah, the
Mirage
primes look dope.
thing was cool. They showed.
Yeah. The way he transformed
I
with the
guess.
kid, that was dope. You know,
Oh,
when the
yeah. When
kid
they're
got
flipping off rocks and transforming. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
But the one in the street where if it's Mirage, he starts drifting and then the kid comes
Oh, yeah.
out of him and then he just
Walks
transforms.
out.
Yeah, I thought that was dope as hell. That was that was really cool. RC, we don't know what RC actually looks like in her vehicle mode, but how she was just riding on the side of the van, just blasting suckers, I thought it was cool as hell. My question is, are we gonna see Hot Rod?
Hope we see Cup.
Oh, dude, if we get Cup and Springer, give me Springer.
back
Yeah.
in my day, we used to
Done it.
transform like this. Remember the war? Bar weep, grana weep, nitty bon.
Anybody. My
I
favorite.
really wanted Ultra Magnus, but I don't think we're going to get him.
No, because the one thing with Cup though is when he goes, Optimus has turned the tide. And I'm like, yes,
He
let's
did it.
go.
Prime did it.
Prime turned the tide.
So yeah, I would like to see some of the Transformers from Transformers the movie show up. I'd like to see
Absolutely.
some shots from Cybertron and their Springer and Cup.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
who knows? But Hot Rod would be dope.
Springer.
Oh yeah. Oh, was he a triple changer or a double changer?
Well,
Springer was a triple.
He was a
Yeah.
triple? Okay. I know he was a
He's a
helicopter,
helicopter and a car.
Oh yeah, and
And a
then
car,
robot
yeah.
form. So yeah,
Yeah.
triple changer. Sorry. My bad. I don't know how to count. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun game. I think it's Lord. I think it's gonna be a fun movie. I think I enjoyed Bumblebee way more than I enjoyed, Transformers 2 through 5. So if they keep that same energy, I think it's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, then it should be cool. The
Yeah.
trailer looked fun, but you know how that goes.
Yeah. Things aren't always what they seem.
I wonder what's going to happen to her, though.
Who's that?
If she's coming back or if they're just going to move on from her, the actress from Bumblebee.
I don't
Haley
know.
Steinfeld.
Oh, Haley Stein. She's busy. She's a busy woman.
So it might be her family member or something taking over.
Could be because she's in the MCU now. So when Feige them come a calling, you better get out there and get that check. Transformers may not be paying your bills like Marvel will. So I would like to see her more. Was she in the trailer? I didn't even notice her.
I didn't see her in the trailer.
Okay,
No.
so they might have moved on. They might have moved on
Yeah.
with her. So, well, at least we get her as Kate Bishop, the new Hawkeye. So that's pretty dope. All right, so we are done with that trailer talk, and now we got to talk about family feuds. I don't even know if it's a family feud. We just got to talk about the Hatfields and damn McCoys right now because Sony and Microsoft,
The
dude,
gloves are
The
off.
big dogs, they're
jeez,
going for it.
it is.
They were playing nice.
Yeah, Microsoft was being real cool, real, real, I guess, sheepish. They didn't want to say much. They didn't want to upset. Now, hey, Microsoft is in the mode of looking at Jim Ryan and going, fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck
The
your daddy, fuck your
horse
ancestors,
you rode in on.
the Harson you rode in on, fuck your grandmother, your descendants that come from your bloodline ain't about shit. Like, if this is the moment, I really think Microsoft is really coming off like Tupac's Hit 'em Up. Everybody getting shots because this fight with Activision has gotten to the point where even Warren Buffett is stepping back. I didn't even know he had stock in Activision, and he's
I
on the
didn't either.
board. But one of the latest stories that drop is he's backing off a lot, and I think what it is because Sony's pandering and involvement in trying to stop this sale is fucking with business. And Warren Buffett is all about business. Whether he wins or loses, it's about money, it's about business. And if he's stepping away from it, I think what it's going to do is start to scare folks into either not and I could be wrong. I'm not an analyst with all of this, stock analyst or economy kind of person, but when somebody like Warren Buffett starts to back off, you got to start looking at the bigger picture, because I think he just wants some of that money that's coming from this sale. What was it, $67 billion, 67.8 billion?
A lot.
A lot.
269 or something like that.
Yeah, a lot, ladies and gentlemen. And Sony does not want this to happen because Sony doesn't believe that their games that they make are strong enough to stay number one. They need that COD. They need
Which
COD.
to me is crazy. Like
They're ridiculous. I don't know anymore.
The last thing I saw was Microsoft offered them 10 years
Yes.
of, like,
and Jim
like, hey, we'll
Ryan's,
give it to you for the next decade,
yeah, which will go into your new system, which once again, just
Right.
like this new Nintendo system that's
and then
going around the interwebs, the patents for a new PlayStation are being filed. So it will get
Sony
you
comes
into
around though, man, they started going off, man. They started like dissing EA and all these other companies.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, these games suck. They're nowhere near Call of Duty. Oh my god.
Right.
Like,
Well, and the thing is, Jim Ryan and company are willing to dog themselves. And I think it's a business move. I think it's actually kind of a smart business move to bring some doubt and paranoia to these folks, these commissions. Like the FTC is talking about suing Microsoft now. The
oh,
CMA
Microsoft
out
already
the
said they're ready. They're ready for the war.
Oh yeah, everybody's coming for it. Everybody gonna get them shots, man. What's his name? Nadal,
Oh,
the
Satya.
president CEO.
Yes, Satya Nadal.
Oh yeah, he said it straight up. Y'all can all get these shots. Phil Spencer is on, dude.
Yeah,
Phil
we've
Spencer
had him
is ready
training.
for.
The nuts are getting
He-
bigger.
yeah, he's about to fight. They ready to fight, man, and I don't blame them. But I also say this, and I want to direct this to y'all because I want to get y'all views on it. If Sony had the opportunity to purchase Activision, Blizzard, and King, y'all don't think Sony would have jumped on this?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, they would. I mean, they've already done it with others. I mean, they would have 100%.
They did with what?
They did
it. Bungie.
They did it with Bungie, but Bungie caught them by surprise by saying, "Yeah, you can buy us." But at the end of the day, we can self-publish if we want to, you know,
Yeah.
and Destiny stays multi-platform. So they called the shots.
Yep.
They
I think
called
they're
the shots.
desperate for multiplayer. They need those third-party multiplayer games.
But here's the funny thing. Microsoft was able to make a multiplayer shooter in Halo,
Right?
correct? Sony,
Gears of War. Yeah.
Gears of War. Sony had Resistance and Killzone, and y'all scrapped them because y'all wanted Gorilla to stick to Horizon, and now Insomniac, who you bought, mind you, y'all want them to stick to the superhero games because
Yeah.
Insomniac is making Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine.
Well, another thing, they have these quote war and shooter type franchises they can bring back, like you said, the other two,
Exactly.
Killzone and
SOCOM they could bring
whatever.
back.
But SOCOM was the other one I was going to mention too. Yeah, it's like you have a military shooter that you could
Yep,
revive and possibly make great or whatever.
that is
But
Well,
true.
their tactic was to take that money and put it on these third-party games and make
Yeah,
certain parts of the game exclusive for them. Like, hey,
exactly.
get this exclusive map if you get it.
Right. And let's be honest here. Xbox did it during the 360 days with
oh yeah,
Call of
oh
Duty,
yeah.
which was totally understandable. It was the way of
And
the
then the
world.
tides turned because after that, Sony started doing that with Call of Duty, like on the maps and
Exactly.
Yeah,
whatever.
everything. Yeah,
Everything. Hey, Microsoft
or
fans,
the
what
Avengers game.
Yeah.
Xbox fans, have y'all been able to play Final Fantasy VII Remake yet? No?
Still
Exactly.
new.
Still a no. That's just straight up. So, but it makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. And what I'm loving right now, the glove, like you say, the gloves are off. Microsoft is clowning even the CMA. They were like, well, wait a minute, hold up. You're concerned about this, but you let Amazon buy MGM's whole library and studio. They own all that content. James Bond is a part of that. You let an outside entity buy James Bond, your biggest British character ever. You have no room to talk. And it just seems to me that the CMA in the UK, the EU, as well as the FTC, seem to be protecting Sony. They don't care about Nintendo. They don't care about EA. They don't care about Hi Cat.
Yeah.
They don't even care about PC gamers. It seems like they are protecting Sony Computer Entertainment. Plain
Well,
and
they got
simple.
paid.
Well, I seriously think there's some money, there's some lobbying going on in that. Because Sony's like, hey, we're going to suffer because if we don't get COD, no one's going to buy our system. And Microsoft is sitting there going, bitch, we're going to make money. You want Call of Duty? You're going to pay us for it. And we're willing to put Call of Duty on. But I think where it got ugly was they wanted in what is it called? Perpetuity, which meant
Yeah.
it stays on there forever. Like every time they drop a new system, you're going to get Call of Duty on it. Corgi.
No, that's
Here's a
I
corgi.
think the
Shiva,
funniest
man.
stat is if Microsoft took every single Call of Duty player from Sony, Sony would still have more active players than Xbox.
Exactly.
How
Facts
can you
upon fact.
how can you be worried that Xbox is surviving right now without it? I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't understand. Like you're third in your market.
Well, and I think where
And
Sony's not under, but you know what Sony's also, I didn't know this, was really kicking asses in that mobile market. So,
yeah,
and that's why folks are so concentrated, and I think that's the bad part. The CMA, the UK, as well as the FTC, they're so concentrated on this bullshit with Call of Duty, they're not paying attention to King. And
Yeah,
whether
because
you
I know
like it or not, Candy Crush beats Call of Duty every time.
Yeah, Tencent.
Exactly. And King
And
created,
Nintendo's just in the back, like, eh.
whatever. We're about to drop another Zelda game. You guys hype? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Pokemon's out. Oh my God, I'm going, you know. And what was so funny is Sony coming up with, well, you know, if they do this, then that gives Microsoft all the rights to raise prices of the games and to raise the price of their streaming service. Isn't
and
it?
all of us are like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
wait a minute,
Didn't I just play
wait a
$70
minute.
for
Who,
return?
who just raised the price of consoles, games, etc.,
Yeah,
etc.?
and services. You
It's
know,
like, wait a
Yeah.
minute.
didn't I just pay $70 for Ratchet and Clank Drift Apart?
It's like, what?
Dude, like Jim Ryan is coming off as he's coming off as an ass and a bad guy, but it is business. You know, you're gonna do whatever you can to stop anybody from taking your top spot. That's understandable.
Yep.
But the fact that what kind of throws me off is that the way they keep throwing that we're hurting. Like Sony is saying we're hurting, and I'm like, where are you hurting? Show me where there's no
Right.
competition if Microsoft gets ABK. Show me. Because y'all not paying
And your
attention.
console sells out.
Exactly.
Your console sells everywhere.
Every time it shows up in a store, which is next to never, it automatically sells out. So where are you hurting in the business? Where are you hurting money wise? Because even if Microsoft buys ABK, they'll still be behind you by at least $10 billion. They say between $7 and $10 billion. Microsoft will still be behind. Microsoft is not going to see the benefits probably until 3-4 years down the line. Still got enough ample time to get your shit together, Sony. And what's really cool about Microsoft, and I gotta give them props for it, they went off. They said, you know what you need to do? Maybe, just maybe, put some day and date on those releases on your PlayStation Plus. Maybe, just maybe, if you wouldn't be charging games $70, you wouldn't have this issue. Now, Microsoft has already said, Phil Spencer has been on I think Business Insider as well as the Wall Street Journal and other business rags and magazines and sites saying, yes, somewhere down the line, price increases are going to happen. They're not going to happen on the console as far as we can see. It may be in the service. If Game Pass goes up by $1 or $2, I don't think people are going to walk away from it, especially if you get all the Call of Duties, Starfield, Redfall,
Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls 6, buggy as hell,
Fable 3. Or
Fable,
Fable 4.
Fable
and
4.
Avowed.
If all those games are showing up day and date, that's it. Folks are folks are going to go, but even if they come up with that little agreement where Sony's like, you can't make the game look better on the Xbox than on the PS5. Look, that's a hardware thing. That means Microsoft doesn't have to shortchange their system and their customers and make a shitty system. If they want to make a strong system that would make Call of Duty look so lifelike, oh my goodness, I really think I shot a real terrorist. That's on them. That's a hardware thing. Step your game up, Sony. You always have what's their chief engineer? That really weird looking guy. He's so cool. I enjoy watching him. But Mark Rainey.
Oh, they did that, the symbol. Oh.
Yeah. I think it's Mark Rainey. I hope I'm saying his last name right. Where he's talking about how strong the PS5 is, and when it comes to the core and using SSDs and
SSD.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wait, you using the Steiner thing screwdriver? That's a very dangerous move, sir. You can paralyze a person. But you have all Mark Cerny, not Mark Rainey. I'm sorry, Mark Cerny. Let me put some respect on that man's name. You're saying your system's powerful. There's no need to talk about, well, you shouldn't make a game look better on this. No, boo. If my system can upscale a game and make it look better, we're just gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna downgrade my machine to make you happy. Step your hardware game up, Sony. And also, here's the beautiful thing. And folks, you know what I'm loving? The ponies are getting tired of it. That's right. Just you are right, little dog. Um, Even the Sony fanboys are getting upset with it. They're like, look, just let this thing go through or don't get it through. It's time for y'all to just shut up about it. You know, I'm loving it because all the Xbots are just sitting back and going, no matter what happens, Microsoft comes out looking clean. Like, seriously, if you look at it, the bigger picture, Microsoft looks like they come out as you're the ones who really care about the consumer. Plain and simple.
Right.
Because you want to put it on services where everyone can game. Sony looks like they just want to keep all the good things for themselves. Sony, I think Jim Ryan then put out in one of the letters that Microsoft refused to put Game Pass on the PlayStation Microsoft comes back and goes, why not? Well, let's go ahead and put PS Plus on Xbox.
Nope.
And I love Dustin Legary. I don't know if y'all ever been on his YouTube page because he is breaking it down. But he goes, wouldn't that be awesome if the FTC and the CMA and the EU all agreed, hey, Microsoft, you're going to have to put Game Pass on PlayStation. You don't think Phil Spencer and gang ain't going to be like,
okay,
oh, sure. Go for it.
It's going to hit Nintendo before PlayStation.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion.
Oh, yeah. And that's a smart move. Put it on Nintendo. Dude, playing Sea of Thieves on the Switch, that would be dope. That would be dope as hell. Just sitting back and playing that. On the bus, train, plane, or wherever. But
another
I thought it
reason
was
they're
funny.
trying to get this through too is I know with Activision and King, apparently Microsoft is trying to build their own mobile like game store and whatnot and service, and they're kind of wanting that to hinge against Apple and Google.
Yep. Oh, and they even clown Google. They clown Google in their letter, and not in a bad way. They said, look, streaming even made Google kill Stadia. This is still the Wild West for us. We don't have a foothold. This is experimentation. But Sony's whole thing is Call of Duty, and Microsoft is looking at it like, we'll give you that. We're gonna control. I say control. Let me not say control because the people who don't like Microsoft. You see, he knows, he sees it. Microsoft sees the bigger picture. Sony is so myopic with Call of Duty. They're not looking at mobile. They're not looking at multiplayer. They're not looking at anything but
just
Call of Duty.
One little piece of this.
Mm-hmm.
They still call Sony's bluff because Sony was like, hey, it's Call of Duty, and Microsoft's like, oh, here's 10 years of Call of Duty, and they're like, well,
no,
we still don't want it to go through.
Yeah, we still don't want it to go through. We don't want them to do what we do. We don't need exclusivity. Yeah. And Microsoft brought it up. Yeah, why can't we play Spider-Man? Why can't we play this? Why can't we play Final Fantasy VII Remake? I seriously think Phil Spencer really wants to play Final Fantasy VII Remake. Because every time they bring it up, they're like, hey, we were supposed to get this game a year ago, a year or two, and we haven't gotten it yet. So exclusivity is exclusivity, and those who are continuing to defend Sony, they're like, but that's just a game. It's not a whole company. I'm like, well, okay, then let's go whole company. What if Sony goes to Bungie and says, look, we paid $13 billion for you guys. We're not seeing the benefits of it. We're not breaking contract. But for the next 5 games, they're going to be exclusive to our PlayStation ecosystem. We don't want it on Game Pass. We don't want it here. We don't want it here. We don't want it here. The first thing because they're a part of Sony, so Sony can call those shots. Okay. So if Activision Blizzard becomes a part of Microsoft, shouldn't they be able to say, nah, screw you guys, you're not getting Call of Duty anymore? Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But
Whole
Microsoft sees the bigger
thing's
picture.
a big
It's
mess.
money. They would lose, they said, up to $4 to $5 billion if they were to pull Call of Duty from PlayStation.
Well, they offered not to. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Then what's the problem now?
I don't know. It's hilarious. It's hilarious, man. But mommy and daddy
It's the
stop
curse
fighting.
of the throne, man.
Dude.
The curse of the throne. When you're sitting on top, it's like,
Yep.
I don't know if there's thorns in that thing or what, but you go crazy sitting on that thing.
Oh, man.
Xbox went crazy last time. Now it's Sony.
Yeah. But you see, even with Xbox's biggest thing was they had Don Matrick as their voice, as their spokesperson. I think if Phil Spencer was their spokesperson for the Xbox One, I really think we'd have seen a completely different thing. That
I don't think Don Matrix is a gamer.
No, he's a business guy. He's just a straight up
Yeah.
business guy, analytics and everything. But I seriously think if Phil Spencer was there at the beginning with Xbox One, I think we'd have a whole different conversation. I think the Xbox One would be a great system. It would have been sold better. It would have been pushed better. It wouldn't have had this asshole remark of, well, we have an offline system. It's called an Xbox 360. You know, Phil would have broke it down. That's why they had to bring Phil in to play damage control. But if you had him from the beginning, is it Nadella? Is it who? What is the name of the CEO of Microsoft?
Satya Nadella.
Nadella. If you'd have did that from the jump, you wouldn't be playing catch up now. But that's just my opinion on that. So,
yeah.
Folks, stop
But
fighting.
he's a gent who's focused more on the cloud and all that. So
Yeah, and he
I
knows
get it. That's
he
how they
knows-
make their money with Azure and all that. So
right. And that was something they brought up too. You know, what about Azure? Is it Azure or Azure, whatever?
However you pronounce it, probably
Azure. That's all I know. And Microsoft came back on them and said, yes, that is one of the things we're working on. Cloud, cloud services, cloud gaming, streaming, bam. That's our bread and butter, along with our OS with Windows. And Sony tried to use that too. Like, well, if they get that, then you could only play Call of Duty on Windows services. And it's like, no, you could play Call of Duty on Mac as well, if your Mac can play video games. We're not shutting it away from people. But yeah, sorry, Mac
Here's
people.
a question for y'all. If that Activision deal falls through, where do you think that $67 billion is going to go next?
Whoo!
Ubisoft or EA or
Ubisoft is not selling. EA.
that's a good question.
It's looking
Nintendo?
like. No, remember not Nintendo. Laughed at them when they asked for the first time, but
that's like double their value though. Isn't Nintendo only worth like $35 billion or something like that?
Yeah. But they're one of the biggest game makers, and console makers. Who knows? I think like this. If that deal falls through, Sony is going to pay big time. Because now you really want to be a jerk? Well, I could, if I'm Phil Spencer, you want to be a jerk? We can be assholes, and our pockets are deep. We're gonna shit on
everything coming out from now till next 5 years is all day one.
Day one, and here's where we go with it. Oh, Sony's gonna try and charge you a tax for Game Pass? Don't worry about that. Give us all exclusive rights to have Call of Duty for the next 10 years. Game Pass only. Screw y'all. We have the money. It's almost like the $6 million man. We have the technology. Microsoft will be like, we have the money. And Sony's only thing is they don't have the money. Because if Sony had the money, I guarantee you they'd have made a play for Activision, Blizzard, and King. They would have bought them.
And they would be bitching.
Oh, yeah. You want to play the exclusive game? Microsoft can play the exclusive game too. So, wham, bitch.
I I would laugh if Microsoft bought Square. That would be
Oh,
hilarious.
but you see,
Take
it
it
would
right out from under them.
it would be just like what they did with Bethesda. Hey, we bought Bethesda, but we're not pulling the games that Bethesda promised on your system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We know how to do business. Obviously, Sony does not. Y'all are like little children who have the coolest toy and y'all don't want no one to have it. We, on the other hand, well, we got all the money. We can have all the cool toys we want, but we'll share it with you. So, and I'm not saying this as a Microsoft fan because I have both systems. I have all three systems. That's not a brag or anything. I like video games. But when I see a grown ass man trying to be, become a big ass bitch, I can't respect it. I seriously can't respect it. And you're talking about, well, the prices will go up, but here you are, $70. Look,
Yeah, so
I'm gonna get it. 70 fucking dollars for this game. As much as I love God of War Ragnarok, $70, not so much. No.
Jim Crying Ryan.
Yeah. Little crying Ryan is out there, but
That's his new name.
as I said, if he's playing chess, Microsoft is gonna play chess. And if you think the way you're playing this checkers thing, or if the way you playing this game, if you think you're gonna win, good luck. And if you do win, this time I think the winner is going to be the loser. If it's Sony, you're gonna become a loser for this. And it's gonna burn you. It may not be this year, may not be next year, but somewhere down the line, you're going to feel the blow from it. That's just my take on it. I don't know what you fellas think. you know I talk too much about it, but I'm passionate about this shit.
I'm sorry. It's just, I don't know. It's just a whole thing, man. But I think now, since Sony was fighting it so hard, yeah, they're gonna burn a whole lot because of this, and because they started, not only because they were fighting this so hard, but because now they started dragging other people into it, nothing to do with it, and just like bad mouthing all these other people they worked with,
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you guys are kind of shooting yourself in the foot here.
And they
It's just a bad look.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they dog their own developers, man. They're in-house
Yeah.
developers.
This is like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You telling us our games aren't strong enough to
Like,
move a damn
okay,
console?
I know what you're doing because obviously you're trying to stop this, whatever. But
Yeah,
but damn, man, like, what are you doing?
sir. Like, for real. What a jerk, Ryan.
Like, whoa.
You just
Yeah,
won Game of the Year, what, 2 years, last year or 2
Yeah.
years ago?
When has Call of Duty won a Game of the Year?
Never.
You know what? Exactly. But that, once again, that's an award. Sony's looking at money. How many units have you sold? Call of Duty has moved, and that right there, I would have been pretty pissed off with, that a third party game is moving more consoles than your first party game. But if you would take some of that money you've been buying, paying for them exclusives, and actually put it, I'm gonna do like the Sony fans. Well, y'all should be cultivating and making games from the ground up in house and blah blah blah. Tell that to your boy. Take all that money that they pay Activision for that exclusivity, and Square for exclusivity, and actually put it into developing those games that should be in house. Then so be it. That
I'll leave it with this: if Elder Scrolls 6 wasn't an exclusive yet, it is now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You just screwed that up.
Oh dude.
I
Hey,
say they already said it
your
was
ass.
though. So
They did?
If it
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought it was just Redfall and Starfield.
Elder Scrolls.
Oh. Well,
if it was on the fence,
Exclusive.
it's definitely an exclusive now.
that fence is destroyed. It's never coming.
Y'all can kiss that goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah, they already said even before. It's like, nope, it is now part of the ecosystem of Xbox and PC.
And let's really be real about it. Microsoft, not out of all the consoles, that that we play now, Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft. Sony was the first one to start game streaming a streaming service for gaming. That more recent with what was it? PlayStation Now. The only thing is that PlayStation Now sucked. It was horrible. It was laggy. The games, there was no stabilization when you played. The service was not that great. Microsoft comes in, Microsoft does what Microsoft does. They made a really strong service. I have yet to have a problem playing on Game Pass. I have
Right.
yet to have a problem. But when I had PlayStation Now, I was playing a PlayStation 2 game. The service will kill. That's on you guys. That's not Microsoft's fault. You didn't do it right. So
my dream scenario,
mhm.
if the Activision deal falls through, is that Microsoft goes over to was it Rockstar?
Yeah.
Hey, here's $30 billion. Give us GTA 6 exclusive.
Oh no! Give us GTA for the next 4 years.
Exclusive
For the next 4 games.
What would Sony then do?
Go cry to the FTC and to the CMA and talk. Well, they bought it. Well, it's a game. It's just a game. It's not like they bought the company.
So let's just be honest. That's going to be like the next huge thing coming out.
If Microsoft would buy Take-Two, now you think Activision's a problem. Let Microsoft say, hey, we got $67 billion. Hey, Take-Two. How much are you guys worth? We'll buy you. Oh no, and we're not doing with no deals with the developers here, with the studios. All of y'all are making Microsoft exclusive titles. Oh, that little thing called GTA 6, 7, 8, everything else. Come on through. And we making money off of GTA Online. Y'all can have y'all Call of Duties. Because everybody knows when a GTA game comes out, no one cares about Call of Duty. Right. No one.
I mean, people are still playing that game 10 years later.
And it's sad. It's sad. But goddamn it, hey, it is what it is. It's making money. So, I don't know. But we need to wrap this bad boy up. Hopefully, I seriously feel that this thing needs to just wrap up. Either let the sale go through or not. But if it goes through, congratulations to Microsoft. If it doesn't, congratulations to Microsoft for trying to fight for consumers, for the customers. And screw you, Sony, for being whiny bitches. I mean, you've always been that way, so it is what it is. And yes, I still enjoy God of War Ragnarok. But the folks that run the company, BITCH, capital letters. Done. All right, let's wrap it up as we always wrap up the Geek Table Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for what are you watching, what are you playing, and what are you reading? So, Chris, we already know literacy ain't your thing. To hell with the books. Let them burn. So, my friend, what are you watching and what are you playing?
Well, I was watching House of Dragon. That's over. So now I'm just kind of searching around. I might finish up Stranger Things. There's a few things I'm behind on. So I'm still kind of floating around with that.
Nice.
What I'm playing is Red Dead Redemption 2. The first time I played it, I was strictly a good guy. This time I'm going around being a dick. It's much funner. I'm also playing this game called Keeper of the Dungeon, which is kind of like I don't know if you ever played Darkest Dungeon, but it's kind of like you're playing the bad guys instead of the good guys.
Okay.
And you prepare the dungeon for the good guys to come through, and then you just try to obliterate them.
Nice. So, that sounds fun.
And that's about it right now.
Dave.
Look, man, I'm Crispo right now. Look, I got no reading material, I'm reading Hurts, whatever. No, I kid. But no, I for real have nothing new, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. As far as gaming wise, I got the Overwatch 2, second season about to start. Then
nice.
Gundam Evolution, second season just started. So shooting things everywhere,
that's
left and right. And then Pokemon, the Warcraft. I've been on that. I can't help it. New expansion. Got to do it for a little while, and then give it like a month or two, and I'll be like, all right, maybe in a few years again.
Sweet.
And then as far as watching, man, I got nothing right now. To be honest with you, look, I'm in that boat where I got nothing. Apart from my usual stuff, my nerd stuff. Bleach. Chainsaw Man, New Gundam, stuff like that. But that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as for me, watching, well, yeah, let's go with watching. Watching first. Well, we all saw Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Truly loved it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I've been watching, I'm on my anime kick. I have been catching up on Bleach, Thousand Year War. Holy crap. Y'all can't be doing old man Yama like that. I'm not happy. I'm not happy right now, but I'm about to watch finish because I am behind. Been watching Chainsaw Man. I have gotten into the hype of Chainsaw Man. Really enjoyable, bloody, gory, and fun. Oh boy, I really need to stop wanting to touch this girl's boobs. It's getting a little creepy for me. I don't know. I don't know how to accept that. Also, non-geek stuff. Abbott Elementary, hilarious show, amazing show. I caught this really cool documentary on Netflix, Killer Sally. That's a really good documentary you should check out. It's 3 episodes, quick watch. You'll enjoy it. Finished Andor for the Star Wars nerds. I will say this, the best Star Wars thing
Oh,
out there. I'm throwing it out there. Yes, I love the Mandarin. Boba Fett, Um,
Obi Wan.
no, Obi-Wan was pretty cool, but Andor was so much better. So much better. Slow burn, but man, the payoff is
I need to
worth it.
check it out finally. One
Yeah,
day.
definitely
Yeah.
check it out. Finished She-Hulk. I loved it. Most didn't. Guardians Holiday Special, A1.
I
Really
forgot.
good.
I actually did watch that. Yeah.
All right, man. Kevin Bacon is now a member of the MCU two
Yeah,
times.
he's
Well,
part of the Guardians family.
he's part of the Guardians. He's been in space. So hopefully we might see him in Guardians 3. We don't know. What else? Man, there's been so much stuff I've been watching. Oh, sad times. Sad times. Atlanta is done. Donald Glover's Atlanta on FX has finished. It is over. Man, look, 4 seasons
All
of
about that paper boy.
excellence. All
Mhm.
about Paperboy, man. I mean, look, if you have not watched Atlanta, do yourself a favor. Go check
Yeah,
out
Atlanta's a
all
good
four
show.
seasons. The way it ends is so Atlanta that I just went, yeah, that was the best way to end this series. Um, but last, but seriously not least, I think that's all. Oh, yeah, that's literally it. I'm pretty much caught up on everything except for my anime. But definitely, man, Bleach and Chainsaw Man is kicking ass. I am thoroughly impressed. I guess
Yeah, I'm
we'll be
glad we
getting,
got the after 10 years the
yeah, Bleach
adaptation
is
of the end
back.
of Bleach.
Dude, the moment I saw Aizen, I was a happy camper. I just went, "Ooh, look at this! Look at it! Look at it!" What was his name? Sosuke Aizen.
Yeah,
I was
so
like, "Look, my boy,
scary.
all wrapped up with shit in his chest. Good luck, buddy." But next year, I am seriously waiting for hopefully the final part of Attack on Titan. I
That
hope,
January, man.
Mhm.
yeah, next month. So that'll be something I'll
God,
definitely
yeah.
catch up
Wow,
with.
yeah. That is next month. Holy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because we are at the end of the year. Oh, as for what I'm playing, showed it 4 or 5 times. Disappointing Sun Simulator 2, right there. God of War, Ragnarok. Finished it.
Parentheses. This time he disappoints more.
More disappointing harder. No, amazing story, man. I was really taken by the story. I finished the main story. Now I'm just doing, some side quests, some favors, and some labors, and remnants of Asgard. But hey, props to Corey Balrog and gang. Y'all did it again. Truly a masterpiece. I do agree with IGN with giving it a 10 because it deserved it. Great story, great pacing, shocks aplenty, and can't wait for the third one. Hopefully, it won't take another 4 fucking years. But we shall see. As for reading, I think I did it last episode and I showed it off. Well, I finally read and finished it. I don't have the book with me because it's at work. y'all, I highly recommend y'all read Protectors of Wakanda. If you saw Wakanda Forever and you really want to know about the Dora Milaje and the history of Wakanda, please check out Protectors of Wakanda by Kara Mahorn, aka the Blurred Girl. One of the, should I say greatest? Because I'm gonna give her flowers, man. She is one of the greatest geeks out there. She knows her shit. She writes her shit, and she writes it well in the way that Protectors of Wakanda is written. It is awesome. So definitely pick it up at your local comic book store. So that is it. That is all. There is knocking, and with that knocking comes the end of this episode. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will end it here. Please make sure to hit that red subscribe button because it'll only take a second. Leave a blue thumbs up because blue thumbs are cool, and hit that bell to turn the notifications on. So, when a new episode drops, you'll be notified so you can watch it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all, fellas. Anything before we leave? Because we will not be back until 2023. So, merry whatever you celebrate,
23,
and
baby.
and happy
Merry
New
Christmas,
Year,
Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah,
happy Festivus
Xbox,
for the
baby.
rest
Happy
of
New
us.
Year.
Oh, look, his fancy Xbox controller. I guess we're showing controllers. So
Yeah, I
I
said
got
that's my
mine.
PC one, so you know.
I got my little Galaxy Red one. Everybody got the fancy. I got my
We'll hold 'em
Galaxy
up.
Red PS
Aw,
one.
yeah.
And this,
Blue.
yeah. Hi, yeah. All right. So,
So,
ladies and
where's
gentlemen.
my, speaking of dead things? Where's my Stadia controller?
Oh,
Stadia.
damn. Poor Stadia. Well, guess what? Next year, since we're leaving, I just want to leave with this little bit of word of love and wisdom. Take care of yourselves. Be good to each other in 2022 on a high note, and come into 2023 on an amazing note. Because if you're a gamer, boy, is 2023 gonna be the year for us. If
Yeah,
you're
get some rest.
get some rest, because probably get a third job, because the Sony $70 games, Game Pass,
Can't afford them all.
can't afford them all, y'all. So we gonna need to be working extra hard just to play for a few hours. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for listening and watching. We hope to see you in the new year. Until then, stay geeky.